Hi guys, it's Master Coach Tony Morgan, and today we've got another how-to video. So before we start, just hit the like, subscribe and notification button to receive future videos. So today's video is going to be on the Vaillant ecoTEC Pro 28. So in this video is going to be a quite exciting one because we've got a number of faults which you guys are going to love. So the first one is going to be about the boiler blowing fuses, and the second one is going to be about the central heating pump. So we'll look at them individually and you'll see what's going on. We're now going to turn the power on, so you're going to have to be real quick and watch what happens, and you might even hear it. Here we go. Well, that was it. Super fast. Basically what happened, it blown the fuse. That little pop was a fuse blowing. So we can look inside the boiler and find out what's going on, what would cause that to happen. So to get inside the boiler on these ecoTECs, you probably know by now, but if not, you've got that screw at the bottom there, and you've got the clip there, left and right, clip there, and then the front comes off. So the assistant Miles is going to be with me on this video. So Miles, just press that up, and then that lifts off. So that's it. I'm inside the boiler. Right, so as I said, it's tripped, blown the fuse. This is gone. It's also took out the RCD downstairs. So let's just pull this down. Right, so what do you think would blow the fuse? Aha! We're going to look at the pump. So the obvious thing first is the pump. So what we're going to do, we're going to look inside here, lift up this panel here like this, and this is the connection for the pump here. So we're going to disconnect the pump from the PCB. So we'll pull that plug off there like that. Oh, Miles, you can do that for me, please. Give it a bit of a wangle. It's a bit stiff, so we'll do that. So it's now disconnected from the PCB, as you can see. And we'll try it again to see if it blows the fuses. So what happened, we've changed the fuse and it blown again with the pump disconnected from the PCB. So we know it's not the pump. However, the customer gave me some information that this blowing of fuses happened a few months ago and it suddenly stopped. So what we're going to do, we're going to check the resistance of the pump to see what that is. So how are we going to check the resistance? We're going to go along this, we've got this plug here and you can see the live neutral. So we're going to get here across these, the brown and the blue, put our multimeter on resistance, and then we're going to check it and see what resistance value we're getting. You can see I've got my multimeter across the two pins there, so let's see what reading we're getting on our multimeter now. So we're getting about 1 minute, it's gone off. So 219. So according to Vaillant, we're supposed to be getting 160. So you can see it's a bit high. So what I said about the customers telling me that it has been blown in the past, this could be constitute to this high reading. So we're going to do some more diagnostics anyway, but we're looking at the pump failing on that value. So as I said, we'll go over to the PCB now. What I'm going to do now, because it's still blowing a fuse, I'm going to disconnect everything off the PCB and then try it again. So I'm going to take this cover off completely here and then disconnect all the wires. As you can see, everything has been disconnected bar the feed coming in. As you can see, there's nothing connected. So now I'm going to turn the power back on and see if the fuse blows this time. And there, it blown again. As you can see, there's nothing connected and it's blown. So the only thing it can be now is the PCB itself. So we're going to replace the board and that will resolve the problem. Before we change the PCB, I just want to discuss about this particular board. If you look carefully on this PCB, this is the Mark 1 version or the R1 version PCB, but this particular boiler is an R2. So when you're changing the PCBs, you've got to be very careful. Take a picture of the PCB, so when you go down to the merchant, you can make sure you get the correct one. So I said this is the R1 PCB on a R2 boiler. This is the part number what you should have, so make a note of this. This is for the R1 PCB. Even if it's on an R2 board, you can use a picture and his part number to confirm it. Put the front up, as you can see, because what we're going to do with these potentiometers, the control knobs, we're going to turn them into that position there. So put them in that position there, and then we'll put the front back down and I'll show what we're going to do next. We've already disconnected the plugs, as you can see, so everything's disconnected. So the other thing we need to disconnect is the wires here, live, neutral and earth. Undo them screws, and then these wires can come out. So Miles is doing that. That's enough. It's best you have it straight like that. So Miles is doing his development and training. How you getting on, Miles?
Very well.
That's it, that's enough. So you can pull them out gently. That's it, leave them like that. Excellent. Okay, so we'll do the next step. If you look here carefully, see that little tab there, like that. There. You're going to pull that like that, so it's... Did you see that?
Yep.
You've got one here. That's it.
Any more?
No, I think that's it. So you can see it lifting up. Yeah, you're lifting up. Now, what you've got another tab down there. You need to pull it like this. But that's it. But you need to, now it needs to come straight, because you don't want to.
No.
You don't want to break that.
Oh.
So you got a little tab here, because it needs to come straight up. Then get your finger under here. That's it. Like that, like me. Then it should lift up. That's it. So that's it. So the board's ready. These are our two PCBs. That's the old one, that's a new one. So with the old one, as I said before, we turn the control knobs. So this is the potentiometer, and you can see that I'm just turning that now. That's where it's stopping there, in that position. And you want the new one to be the same. So what you do, you turn that so that's stopping the same there. So that's the same. Look at this one. Yeah, it's stopping the same. And we'll go back to the old one. Stopping the same. So that's in the same position. So when that goes back on the shaft, it'll slide down onto that bit what sticks out. Can you see it? There. That's what will go down the shaft when we put it back in the boiler. This is the on-off switch. Look at that position. There's a new one. That's the same position, so that'll slide on as well. So just to recap, when the board goes down, it's going to go on these shafts, as what I said, for the control knobs. You also got these little pins here and you got these pins here. So you got to be very careful when you put the board downwards. So you do that, Miles. So we'll start with this side first. That there on. That's it. So what you're going to do now, push it down gently, and you should see the pins go through them like that. And you'll have them here as well. Is it down? So let's look here. Is it down here?
Yeah, just about come through, yeah.
So they're coming through now. And then you've got that clip there to push out. That's it. And we add one over here. There. It should go underneath. Yeah, that's it. So it's secure down now, and then just a bit here. That's that done. And one here. And that's that done. So it's now fully home. What we can do now, we can put these plugs in so it's colour coded. That goes in that one there. That's it. Okay, we'll do that in a minute. Then you're going to put your connections back in. Start with your brown one first on your live. It should be out already. You should be able to put the wire in. Just do one at a time. Just do the brown first on its own.
And screw it down.
Yep. Have your screwdriver up straight, that's it. He's only 18, learning to be a boiler repair engineer. Make sure it's tight. That's it. Get the pull test. That's it. And do the neutral. And then we'll do the earth. Just putting the main earth on the PCB. The pump goes there. Incidentally, this plug here, you can see that there's two. These two are not here, not connected. So what happens on the other model, which is the Plus model, it would have basically that plug go right across there. So the ecoTEC Plus has 5 connections. The Pro, like this, has only got 3. So these two are for like a variable speed to the pump. So on this particular model don't have it, but the board's the same. So it doesn't matter if it's a Pro or a Plus, the PCB's the same. And the final connection is a spark generator. What you want to do, put your hand underneath there. Push it down, that's it. That's fully home. That's it. Okay, so we're nearly ready to give it a try to see if the boiler now stays on. So now for the big test, I'm going to turn it on now. So I'll put the switch on. Turn it on here. And you can see it starting because it would have blown the fuse by now. So the power's on. I'm just going to put my hand on. Turn these up. We'll just check if we've got a room thermostat. Oh no, we've got the pump running. So the burner's on now. So we've got success. So the PCB's replaced, the pump's replaced, and you can see it's all working. So there's the new pump, and it's all fired up and working. So we're just going to put the case back on and pack our tools and be on our way. So that's the end of this video. So if you've got any comments, just drop us a line. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.